Let's get started at the top of this hour. COVID-19 vaccination registrations are open for those who are 60 years and older to receive it. This process is online-based, but how accessible is it to the elderly and especially those living in rural areas? Lethiwe Mdluli is visiting an old age home in Umlazi and joins me now for that conversation. So Lethiwe, this being an online-based process, questions of accessibility were always going to be that reality. You are in Umlazi at an old age home, which, you know, that's the right demographic in as far as people who are supposed to now be lining themselves up to be vaccinated. What's the experience like for people who are residents of that old age home?
Well, Tula Sizwe, I've been visiting various homes this morning, just basically speaking to senior citizens and finding out if they actually know of this process that they have to do, registration for vaccinations. And one lady that I spoke to earlier on, who's 67 years old, she did say that she is unsure at the moment if she will be getting vaccinated or not, because there isn't enough information as to how this whole registration process is going to go. But while we arrived here at the Ikanana Old Age Home in Umlazi, I had a chance to speak to some senior citizens, and they did say that they've been informed about the fact that there will be vaccinations, and they do qualify for the phase 2 vaccination rollout, and they do say that they want to get vaccinated, but even though they're not sure what is COVID-19, they know that they want to be protected from it. Here in the province yesterday, the Premier, Sihle Zikalala, and also the MEC for health here in the province, Nomagugu Simelane Zulu, gave a briefing on the developments in the fighting against COVID-19. And they did say that they are aiming to vaccinate almost 2.9 million people here in the province. And we know that the health department has said that they're aiming to vaccinate about 5.5 million senior citizens. But right now, I'm just going to go around and ask Okoko if they are ready for vaccinations and if they know exactly what is this process. Kok, Sawubona. Sawubona. Unjani?
Siyaphila njani.
Ngicela ukubuza ukuthi mase lo mgomo we-COVID-19 usufikile uzogomela?
Ngizawugomela.
Usutsheliwe ngawo umgomo? Bathini?
Usendimtshelile kuko lo umphathi.
Umphathi usekutshelile ngokugoma. Ufuna ukugoma nawe?
Hayi kulungile akho nkinga.
Yeah, okay. Cela ukumuva ke ngiye kulo munye ugogo. Sawubona gogo?
Yebo.
Unjani gogo?
Ngiyaphila.
Ngiyaphila nami. So sekuthiwa sesifikile umgomo we-COVID-19. Ngicela ukubuza ukuthi wena nje ugogo uzofuna ukuthi ugomele lesi sifo?
Ngizogomela phela ngoba ngizwa kuthiwa khona isifo, anginaqiniso lalokho. Ngizogomela ke.
Menibuke endabeni bathini?
Into engize ngiyichazele.
Kodwa bese benitshelile ngokuthi senizokwazi manje ukugoma.
Kuhlale khulunywa lokho.
Kuthiwa nizogoma. Bathini?
Bathi siyabulala amabesho, anginaqiniso lalokho.
So njengoba uzogoma ufuna ukwenzela sure ukuthi awusitholi?
Ngizokwenza umgomo ngoba wonke umuntu uyagoma. Kodwa ngokwami hayi ngoba ngiyimisela ukuthi ngizogomela umgomo ukuthi iCovid-19 izongibulala. Ngizokwenza jova ngoba bonke abantu bejova.
Ngiyabonga gogo. Wena gogo uzogoma?
Cha.
Uzogoma?
Khanke.
Ngobani?
Angula.
Awunayo iCovid-19. Kodwa ke gogo phela uma ugoma akugomi abantu abane-COVID-19 kuphela, kugoma wonke umuntu ukuze ukwazi ukuvikeleka. Uzogoma nje?
Cha, ngithe ngeke ngigome.
Okay.
Ngoba ngiyaphila.
Ngoba uyaphila right?
Yeah.
Alright. Bese benitshelile ngayo umgomo lo we-COVID-19?
What's again?
Banitshelile ukuthi uzokwenzani umgomo lo we-COVID-19?
Cha.
Abantshelanga?
Cha.
Okay. Uthi ngibuvele kulo muntu gogo. Sawubona gogo? Unjani?
Hayi siyaphila ma.
Ngiyaphila nami. Uzogoma njengoba kukhona ilo umgomo we-COVID-19? Bese benitshelile ukuthi kwenziwa njani?
Basisheni.
Batheni?
Bathi bazovuyela iCovid phela.
Alright, ngiyabonga gogo.
Siyabonga nathi.
So, Thulasizwe, getting back to you, I've been just basically speaking to Ogogo here at the old age home, asking them whether they want to get vaccinated for COVID-19. Majority of them are saying yes, they are going to get vaccinated. But I'm sensing that not a lot of them actually have a clue as to how this COVID-19 came about and what it does, because some are saying that they will not get vaccinated because they're not sick at the moment.
Yeah, all right, thank you for that. Just a flavor of the thinking of some of the elderly there at that old age home where Lethiwe is visiting in Umlazi. You can only imagine what the situation is like in other centers, more remote centers in the rural areas, in as far as knowing exactly how to get yourself registered if you're of the right age bracket to be part of the second phase of vaccination. Let's keep you there for a moment, Lethiwe, and let me bring in Heidi Jokos into this conversation, who will tell us about just over 1 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccines being ready to be dispatched, we are told, and phase 1 of the vaccine rollout will resume on Wednesday. That's the Sisonke trial that had been paused for a moment, and registration, as we've told you, for those who are over the age of 60 already opened. And Heidi, let's start off with, how many people, we're showing now the details of the registration. Do we know how many people have taken advantage of this online registration ahead of the phase 2 of vaccination?
Well, those who have internet access and smartphones to us are in a position to register. Just over a week ago, we know that this electronic vaccine data system went live, and 1 minute past 9 to be exact, there were over 497,703 people who registered on the vaccine system. So we're nearing close to about 500,000 people who have registered on the vaccine portal, of course those specifically over the age of 60 or 60 and above. And this just speaks directly to what Lethiwe has been experiencing out in the rural areas, Thulas, the fact that many people don't even know that there is this kind of portal. Many people don't understand how it works, how they can access it. But according to the Department of Health, they are dealing with these issues. They've recorded about 100 people nationally who have actually asked for support, who have asked, how does this work, how can I register? And this is going to be an ongoing concern for the department, given the age group that needs to register on the system. The system, however, does not mean that if you don't register, you will not get vaccinated. The elderly are encouraged to ask their neighbours or their family members to help them register, and if they are unable to register, to us, they can then go to any vaccination centre, clinic. Even municipalities are trying to assist the elderly and senior citizens to register and to go in to provide their details. It just helps government in terms of planning and making sure that enough vaccines are out when it is time for them to get vaccinated. But let's listen to the project manager of this electronic vaccine system on the latest numbers.
All provinces has registered. And currently, most of the registrations, more than 100,000, is in Gauteng. And then it's followed by the Western Cape, and then followed by KZN. And but we've got registrations based on our analysis in all the provinces, in all the areas, in all the municipalities, and so we've got good coverage in terms of the numbers that has been registered for throughout the country. We have got few and limited requests for support, which we have dealt with. I think to date I've received about 100 of individuals that asked for some information and clarity, but that's what we are aware of. Obviously, the provincial facilitating the rollout in the communities will have more information, and this is why we have implemented this program where the provincial departments of health will have specific targeted programs for assisting individuals to register, or for our elderly to register on the portal.
So you touched a bit there, Heidi, on the concern about people being excluded, potentially being excluded because they can't register online. I imagine then that government would, or all the stakeholders involved, I mean, it's not unthinkable that they would be thinking about ways to assist people. Are they?
Yes, certainly, Tulas, and I think this is a concern. Many people are reluctant to try and get on this website, on the portal. They're not exactly sure how it works. Just for example, when I registered my parents, who actually do have smartphones, they didn't even know how the portal actually works and how they need to register. It is a little bit complicated for senior citizens, but government is saying that those who are unable to register on the portal should not feel as though that they're going to be excluded. And they actually use the words a system does not mean, or a portal does not mean that those who cannot register on the system or portal will be excluded. Rather, if you are unable to register on the portal, you are advised to go to the nearest vaccination centre. And we do know that vaccination centres are going to increase as we move into phase 2 because we'll need more and more vaccination centres across the country. But the health minister indicating that those who are unable to register on the portal are advised to go in, and the system just allows for those that are controlling the system to see how many people are coming in, how many are registering on the system, and just to capture their data and the necessary details so the vaccination centres can plan properly. But it seems as though, if what we heard from the project manager on the system, that in fact it doesn't seem as though many people are complaining or indicating any glitches. But of course, we need to remember that a lot of people don't even know about the system and don't even know that they should be able to register. So the health minister is saying that they are trying to tackle this and trying to encourage as many people to register as possible, or at least going to vaccination centres. Let's listen to the health minister.
The registration on the vaccination data system is not to exclude anyone, but it's just to record who has been vaccinated. So those who couldn't enter the system, we simply will announce that we are doing vaccination in these particular areas. Then they'll come through with their IDs, and we simply just register them and vaccinate them on the spot. Now, we have also said that most of the Johnson & Johnson is going to be located in rural areas because it's easy to store, it's easy to distribute, and makes it easy to give one person an injection. They don't have to, pay for transport twice to go to distant clinics and so on. So we think that it's going to help to cover the rural areas. We're focusing on the entire country, and we're going to deploy most of the Pfizer vaccines onto metropolitan and city centers where we know that there are many people that can be found within a shorter radius, and therefore it makes it easy to reach out to as many people as possible. It's easier to store them as well.
All right, let's leave it there, colleagues. That's ENCA's Heidi Giokos in our newsroom, as well as Lethiwe Mdluli, who is out and visiting old age homes in KwaZulu-Natal. And we had been talking to her from an old age home in Umlazi in Durban. But let's stick with the